Hey everybody, how's it going? So, just me tonight. Sarah, can you guys hear me? Is everything, can you give me a thumbs up, say if it's all working? Yeah? Yeah, cool. All right. Hi guys. Sarah having her first, she's camping at on the Hoh River, out on the Olympic Peninsula. So it's just us guys, us tonight, and trying to handle all the technology and get the files running and um, yeah. How are you guys doing? So let's see. Got a playlist. We've got like let's see. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8 films tonight, including the Franken film. Did you guys have fun making the Franken film? That was pretty cool. And so, hey, so in the email, I like posted. So here's the deal. At the end of, if you guys are the first time you're here, we've been screening Minute Movies. God, I don't know, it's like 6.5 years now. Usually live, and then we've been doing since the pandemic here on StreamYard, and it's working pretty good. We got the working the kinks through and streaming here live from my laptop, and so that's pretty cool. And so Elliot,
What's up,
you're
everybody?
up. Hey.
How's it going?
Let's see, I'm gonna pop you like that. So, real good. How are you doing?
Hanging in there.
Awesome. So, Chris, I guess you're going to be on standby for the next film. So tell us about your filmmaking these days. Elliot, you've been pretty active, it seems like.
Yeah, did a minute movie here with Chris, and also been working on some short films, putting some stuff together. I was out in the Olympics too, like Sarah. So, yeah,
Cool.
great place to film. So I got some of that footage. I remember last month I mentioned to you guys I'd put some of that together. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Is this? Which one's the first one? Stuart, is
The video.
the video?
Doing yeah.
Okay.
For the open 4.
The 4. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this
Yeah.
one, Chris and I collaborated, and I had all the clips there, and I was just kind of doodling and practicing. So Chris took them and created a really cool. I don't know how to describe it. I'll let him describe it, but it's pretty dope. But I was just messing around with them in the meantime, and I remember you and Sarah were always talking about how you overlay stuff. You guys do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you use those functions like difference, subtract.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been meaning to try that, and so I started just playing around with those. I went a little bit crazy with them and had fun, and so this film is kind of like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's pretty.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah.
Should we just jump right in and
Might as well.
Might as well. All right. So yeah, just running solo, trying to like manage all the controls here. So here we go. Let's roll that footage. Cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty. Was the sound all right?
I think it might have been lagging a little. I can't tell because I'm in StreamYard and YouTube, so I'm not sure if that was lagging or not.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm doing the best I can. So.
It looks good in StreamYard, though.
Cool. So hey, how about if I add Chris? You good with that, Chris? Add you to the stream. See if we can get a group. There you are. Chris is
Good.
live. There you are. Open and cold one. Space Fremont.
There I am. Whoa.
There you are.
I'm lagging big time.
Yeah. So what'd you think of that? So what's cool is that
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Can you hear me? Yes. I can hear you. You're live, Chris.
Cool. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Doesn't seem like Chris can hear me. Can you hear me, Elliot? You can hear me, Elliot, right?
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
This is like it's like chatting on the moon. There's that 10-second delay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? There's a 10-second delay? Okay.
Chris is on the moon right now.
Chris is on the moon.
Yep, about 10 seconds or so. I wish.
Huh. I'm just like closing out some tabs on my computer then.
See, a lot of Elliot shots looked familiar because I used those in my film that's coming up next.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you about that. If that was so it's going to be kind of interesting to show basically the same footage. So am I like really 10 seconds delayed?
Reinterpretation.
Great interpretation.
Well, it's a little bit different because actually I think I figured out the delay problem. So I was using two different browsers, so it's all, I think it might be normal now. But
Okay.
yeah, it is. All right, cool. Yeah, everything's normal.
You're live. You're no delay with you.
Okay, yeah, it was my fault. So it's normal now. But
Okay.
this movie, my movie, which I made with Elliot, it started one day I was just working on something else and looked out the window and I saw the red smoky sun. I thought, oh, that's really cool. I should get some video of that. So I set up my video camera, my DSLR on a tripod, and started recording it, just video. So that's how it all started. Then I started riffing off that smoky sun, what that felt like to see. And so I kind of mixed in some different imagery that went along with it that I shot. And so I started to cut that together. And then Elliot said, oh, I got my footage ready. So he sent me his footage, which is, as you've just seen. And so I was it was challenging because I kind of had I had the bones of my film set up already. And then Elliot's stuff came in. I was like, how am I going to fit this into what I'm doing and make this work? But it did work. It actually helped make it a better movie because I don't know. I don't want to say too much about it. You can just kind of watch it and maybe see. It'd be interesting to see how people react to it emotionally or what they think about it. because I
Cool.
actually I had an idea of. Well, I'll talk about it later.
Okay. So let's roll the next Chris and Elliot's collaboration.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that was
I was thinking it would be a COVID-19 nightmare, like you're having a bad dream and like nothing's open, like the door is closed, and you're trapped in a spider web, and even your beer won't open. Like it's just everything's going wrong, and then you combine that, so you have like the virus, you have the economy, you have all this smoke in the air and the fire, and just thinking that's kind of like a combination of just the world in disarray.
yeah, it definitely had that feel, the kind of ominous, dreamlike feel of seeing the things that you want but not being able to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for the lighting on me, that's just as there's a desk lamp, a little flexible desk lamp with a Quaker Oats, empty Quaker Oats container, like those cylinders for a snoot. So it's very directed light, kind of like a cylinder of light. And the slow motion was quarter speed. It was 24 frames per second, but I slowed it down to 1/4 speed, and then I'd mixed in some fast motion stuff also to kind of give that dreamy look. And then what else? Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a couple of things like when I opened the book to start flipping pages, I actually cut out, like if you move it, but there were a couple of times where I would I cut out like a couple of frames just completely. So instead of it being a completely smooth movement, it would kind of like go here and then jump to here,
Right.
to give it that little bit of subtle weirdness. Yeah, and then yeah, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I like Chris's acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, look frustrated. Yeah.
Angsty.
So Cal said he liked it. But, it's impactful, slow-mo and dramatic lighting. So Tom was curious about the sound, and it was
Oh, yeah. This The sound is just a drone effect that it comes in the software I use, Final Cut Pro, and it is a little quiet maybe, but if you turn up the volume, maybe when they post the playlist, you might get better sound on that. And so yeah, you can definitely hear the only sound that is from the footage that's in the movie is the can opening. So it's a combination of can opening and then the drone.
Right. And that it was definitely a dramatic film for sure.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was thinking at first it might be comedic because there's all these bad things happening, and why is he upset? He's upset because he can't get his beer. I thought maybe that'd be funny, and but then after I finished it, I came back and watched it again like an hour later, and I realized that it really isn't very funny. It's actually just kind of like serious all the way through.
Yeah, one of the shots I really liked was the red sun in slow-mo.
Yeah, that one was.
It wasn't slow-mo. It was actually time lapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. If I had, that was video. If I had more time if I had planned that out better, I would have done it with a bunch of stills with an actual time lapse. But it was actually just video, which I sped up like 8 times or 20 times or something like that. I forget. It was sped up quite a bit.
Okay. That was a cool shot.
Yeah.
I think it looked different because people are used to time lapses, and the fact that it was video sped up.
Yeah.
It just affects you differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was with a 200 millimeter lens also. So.
Okay. Did you was it like full frame or did you?
No, this is a Nikon D3300, which is APS-C format.
Okay.
So it's not a 36 by 24 millimeter sensor. It's this smaller 24 by 18 millimeters or so sensor.
Cool.
Kind of like Super 35 format. And I didn't crop it any further. So that's the full frame from the sensor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Good work. It's both those films kind of had a vibe to them, and they were different. I mean, obviously, that it's really cool to see the same footage.
Yeah.
Put together in a different way.
Yeah, Elliot and I, we have similar visions on a lot of things, but then we have different ideas also. Like when we did the adventure film where we're searching for an alien artifact in Fort Worden. I was cutting that together, and Elliot wanted a lot more blood on the bear scene. I was like, oh no, you can't do that. So like, I mean, there's different sensibilities with people.
Yeah.
Cool.
We have some overlap, but also some differences too. Unique differences.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Well, right on. So, and then later in the viewing screening, we're gonna bring you back in, Elliot, and talk about your film project. But in the meantime, I guess we'll rolling right along. And let's see. I'm just kind of check some of the comments here, but yeah, people kind of seem to like it, so that's cool. So Jesse's film is up next, and I do have to say that I corrected volume. So I think your two films were actually a little bit low in volume.
Okay.
We can revisit and play them again if people want me to. So I turn the volume up, and we're gonna we'll say goodbye to you guys and roll Jesse's film.
Yes. I would like to report a murder. Open the door.
Another one of Jesse's impactful films that gets you thinking, you know, and he's got some pretty serious content sometimes that you know that yeah, it actually brings to mind some circumstance that impacted me in my life this past year, but that's for a different time to talk about. So yeah, so let's see. Elliot mentions it's a cool character study, and knifey says Chris. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Yeah, that was a pretty big knife for sure. Yeah, I like Jesse's style. It's very he does do a sparse style with a kind of a subdued colors and not much in the frame, you know, and let's see, he thought he was going to hold the first. So Elliot says he just thought he was going to hold the first shot and just keep drinking coffee for the whole movie. But that'd be cool. Long held shots though. Who'd Jesse kill? Yeah, well, he couldn't make the screening. I wonder why. So, oh, you know, let's see, Jeff is up next. Yeah, cool. He's on it. Actually, Charlie, I don't know, is Charlie here? Is Charlie in the house? I haven't seen Charlie's comments yet, but seems like Charlie is got a film, one of his, he always does fun ones, and so Charlie's up next, but he's not here either. So we can watch his and just have a. Here's my cat Luna. She's wondering what's going on. So, all right. Up next, Charlie's film.
Now, try to find the subject. made my point. Now it's time to close the subject.
So Charlie's in the house apparently. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. So, it'd be cool if you could come join the chat, Charlie, if you're able to click that link. Yeah, that was a fun film. What do people think? Either fonts or rap. So Chris isn't sure what the let's see. Okay, cool. So Charlie is trying to get in. Okay, so did you get the email, Charlie? The one that was that I sent earlier today. I think there's the link in there that will get you to the broadcast studio, and we can put you up. But in the meantime, no, you didn't get it, huh? Okay, I thought I sent it to you. Okay, so how about this? I'll try to correct that. In the meantime, we're gonna roll with Jeff. So Jeff, can you do you want to come join the screen, and we'll talk about your film and oops. Okay. There we go.
Good evening.
Hey Jeff, how's it going?
You know, it was sunny and we took a walk. And we're doing well. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, it was sunny a little bit ago. Rain, kind of, that was cool. It opened up the sky and
Yes.
It seemed to clear most of the smoke away.
Yep.
There's Charlie. I see Charlie. So how about this? So looks like Charlie managed to get on board. So let's pull him up and we can do a little group chat. How about this? Is that Charlie managed to get on board? So let's pull him up and we can do a little group chat. How about this? Is that Charlie managed to get on board? So let's pull him up and we can do a little group chat. Little get on board. So okay, Charlie. Looks like you've got a looping echo going on in there. So I muted you real quick, but
Right, I didn't.
so, okay, Charlie.
I find your mail. I find your mail. I mean, it was.
I muted you real quick, but so you must be looking at it through YouTube as well.
I find your yeah, that's right. And I tried to.
I muted you real quick, but so you must be looking at it through YouTube as well.
I find your yeah, that's right. And I tried.
So why don't you try if you mute or close out the YouTube video, That window. Can you do that?
That's it. Is it?
Did you? Yes. Okay.
There it goes.
That was kind of a cool audio loop going on.
Oh,
there.
yeah, sorry.
It's
It was
okay.
strange because I was always there, and you say, "No, he's not there." Oh, come on!
I kept muting you just to. So yeah. So what was the? I didn't quite catch the theme of that film. What was the?
Yes. I wanted to make the opposite. I mean, usually we try to make very subtle. I say, okay, this time I make it strong. I want to make it really obvious. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And there's so many things open that you, after a while, you say, wow, yeah, everything is open.
Everything is open.
I hope you are too.
It's kind of the opposite of Chris's film, where everything was closed for him.
Yeah, there's some combination like open heart, and then you have an open heart surgery, things like this. You can make it. It was interesting to do.
Yeah.
Covered a lot of ground, a variety of subjects in there. Yeah.
Yes, of course, my comment was sarcastic.
Cool. So.
Well, thank you to let me talk a little. But I was very busy, and I did this on the last moment because I did all the video for the Moisture live show. I did online. It was last week, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was good. I'm happy with that.
Okay. So was the do you have anything to share with Rick?
Yes, it's going to be online again. I don't know exactly. I think it's Tuesday. I have to look. And it's a 40-minute show. And I talk a little bit in the show, but I put all the show together, kind of.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and it will be Tuesday, the 22 at 7:30.
Okay. And where can people find that?
On the Moisture, it's on YouTube. On YouTube, Moisture
YouTube.
Festival.
Moisture Festival.
Yeah.
So what do people what can people expect with that video?
So this time it's mostly the producer that talks, the producer from which I'm one part of it, and they explain the act that they enjoy, and we see the acts from old footage, and I explain also some story about the Moisture and some other place.
Okay, cool. And so what kind of a film would you say it is going to be? What is the Moisture Festival?
You don't know the Moisture Festival? Oh, come on.
Well, I know it, but there's other people that might not.
I need it.
I'm asking that question.
The Moisture Festival is a vaudeville, so there's some acts that comes from everywhere. There's some funny, there's singing, there's acrobats, there's trapeze, there's a very mixture. So it's very fun to see it because they're so diverse. I mean, there's a really old style you can find there.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds like a great fun show.
What was the time again on Tuesday?
So it's 7:30.
7:30.
10:30.
So it's like live streaming on YouTube.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So okay.
And you can see also a little bit of what I was doing before, kind of a little bit of my specialty.
Nice. So let's see. I forgot to ask Elliot and Chris. So I'm gonna bring Elliot back on in a little bit, but I misplaced the Minute Movie Ball, so I'm looking for words tonight. So I'm gonna just kind of like get, what I want to do is get 6 words, put them in order, and so do you have, so Charlie, do you have a word that you would like to maybe see as the next prompt for Minute Movies in October?
The word will be strange because it's silence.
What'd you say?
Silence.
Silence. Okay. Silence. And Chris, I'll give, so you, Chris, you can type a word in, Chris, and I'll put that in. And we'll try to remember all the words in the last 6 years that we've used and not repeat it if we can. But cool. Well, thank you, Charlie. Anything else you wanted to say?
Everybody, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's
Okay. Cool.
I talk a lot.
So, all right. So bye, Charlie. So Jeff,
Hello.
how are you doing? So you have a new computer?
Yeah, the one that I've been using, when I bought it 6 years ago, I realized I was going to be working on it times. Sort of bought above in terms of like graphics card and stuff, but time has caught up in like the 2020 versions of Premiere, the character animator. It was really grumpy and it was time. So now I've got another 6 years. So yeah, it was, like I said in my email, I put it together starting yesterday, and that was part of what I wanted to be able to do, was just be able to work a lot faster, just because it was I had to restart it frequently. I'm not going to bore you with detail, but this was literally for the animation. Been working on that in a generic sense just to get it to do we have a new puppet debuting tonight, so that's the story of this one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about anything you want to say about your film.
Things I've been thinking about the character Nussbaum that I've been working on is that I realize that I'm not a fast enough writer, and between work being like topical just isn't working out, because by the time I can turn something, the world's moved on from that particular little bit. So I'm trying to do more in a not specific news, but kind of general situation. So this is the first attempt at a more, not a time sensitive editorial piece, but more, well, not generic, but less timely. It has a longer shelf life. We'll go with that.
Nice. Well, that sounds good. Good idea. All right. Well, let me cue it up, and let's see. Okay.
A mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it's not open. Frank Zappa. We all carry baggage that gets in the way of an open mind. Often we are not even aware of its presence as it builds in us as we journey away from childhood. I know I have stumbled over my baggage, and it is so disconcerting when it happens. I try to incorporate lessons learned, set at least some off to the side of life's road so that I may go forward. There are those who celebrate and relish the pride and arrogance of their closed mind, no concern beyond their own ego and gratification. History has shown us time and again the consequences of this mindset. I'd like to close with this. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Albert Einstein. Hope you enjoyed our video today. Do hit the like button if you did. We invite you to become a subscriber. Ring the chime to get notified each and every time we post a new video. We add content often, and we appreciate it.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you. So he
Yeah.
turns his head now.
Yeah, it looks like you're making some cool progress.
Yeah.
In that, and I like the progressive. You know, like you said, it's more, I guess, evergreen, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, you can tell at the end, or you know, subscription stuff. I'm putting these on YouTube now, and trying to develop, you know, as a movie channel. So there's the usual stuff of the next movie coming out and subscribe buttons that YouTube puts on. So I have to make one version that way.
Cool. Yeah. So do you have any plans for getting it out there more?
Well, I'm, you know, as I get better, I'm, you know, starting to put do things with Instagram a little bit, Facebook a little bit, just to sort of also develop those skills.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
You know, part of it is that, you know, this process of how do I do something to expand the audience, and that's also part of the challenge that I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to.
Cool.
So give me something constructive to do.
Yeah, people are liking the character, you know, in the message.
I have the comments up and then the sound down on the YouTube. So thanks everybody, appreciate that.
Yeah,
very much.
Yeah. And hey, Jeff, do you have a word?
Oddly enough, I do.
Yeah.
Ancient.
Ancient.
Ancient. Yep.
Ancient. Okay. Cool. That's a good word.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right on. So hey, so Elliot, do you want to jump into the studio again? Do you still have that link? Are you still? So thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Yeah. And keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So yeah, Elliot, looks like we got your film up next. So and then Tom, I don't know if Tom Ballard is in the house. I sent you a link via email, so check your email, Tom, and hey, Elliot. So, and then, yeah, Kirk, I've got your film downloaded. I still need to put it in the queue, but yeah, you'll be up soon. Hey, so Elliot, tell us about your this film that you the next film.
Yeah, so this is a it's kind of like a I guess it's almost like a trailer, because the film, it's clips from a short film that I'm finishing up now. It's about 15 minutes long, actually. And so I've reduced it down to like trailer length. And basically it's kind of somewhat narrative, somewhat experimental. It kind of it's turned into kind of a I describe it as it's like a meditation on the beauty of nature.
Okay.
Yeah, seen through as an artist. It's like how you look at things differently when you approach it as an artist versus
Cool.
not. Yeah. Mhm.
Which is, yeah, it seems like the artist eye, has a, artists do see, like photographers. I notice that I see things different than other people quite frequently,
Uh-huh.
because of my, the photography skills, and
Yeah.
and it helps you to notice things.
Yeah.
And,
A lot
and
more
then also,
observant. Yeah.
yeah, and then a lot of times I'm actually using like natural textures, like some of that layering that you were talking about. I'm doing
Mhm.
in other projects too, and so you even notice a texture that and then think about it as it might be applied to your art. And so
Mhm.
anyway, I'll roll the film, and then we'll have more to talk about.
Cool.
So let me just push all the buttons. Um, that was pretty cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me about the texture of the film, like it's the grain, and it's the variation. Was it okay? First of all, was that all 16 millimeter?
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
And as for the textures and grain, I purposely varied it throughout the film by using different film stocks. And
Okay.
yeah, so and chronologically too, like I used one modern film stock, and then they get kind of progressively older. Like the last few shots there, that film
Yeah.
probably like from the 70s. and so it's that all that fog and it almost looks
Wow.
black and white. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's actually a color film, but it's so faded due to age that it just gives that weird look.
So it was old film that you recently exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That was awesome. So how many different stocks did you have in that film?
Probably about maybe like for the whole film as a whole, maybe like almost like 9.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe in this clip, maybe there's about 5 of them in this clip.
5 of them. So so how many minutes do you get on each roll of film?
2.5. Yeah, you get the 100-foot reel, and that gives you about 2.5 minutes. And I find I tend to use about 3/4, somewhere around there, about 3/4 of it, or maybe a little less. Yeah, so try to be as efficient as possible. Yeah, you have to be a lot more selective about what you're shooting. But what's cool is you can edit in the camera. Whereas a video camera, you got to stack them together later. A lot of times I'll just leave it because you can just shoot, stop, and you get these nice little. It's ready to go as soon as it develops. Yeah.
So those shots you're doing like selfies, right? Where you set it up on a tripod, so you're pressing record on the camera, and then you run around and like take a picture and shoot yourself.
Yeah, and I gotta run fast too because I'm using up all that film.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
it'd be good if you had an assistant.
I know. I need at least one PA or a crew or something.
Yeah.
Operator. Yeah, because it's tough to do on your own.
So what kind of camera is it again?
It's a Bolex.
Bolex
EBM. Yeah, from the 60s.
Is it purely mechanical?
It's all mechanical. Yeah, but it runs on an electric battery though.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them are wind up.
Yeah.
So, but I got one that'll run off a big battery. It's like the size of about half a shoe. It's kind of heavy, but I just carry it like on my shoulder. It's almost like a shoulder bag, and then so you have to charge it up before you go out, like overnight. It's kind of a slow charger, and I had a couple times where it runs out, and then that's it. You can't really run it if the battery runs out. So
Okay.
yeah, I keep a couple extra.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that was awesome.
Hey.
Yeah, it's fun to see that old school technology and getting artistic with it. Yeah. So okay, so I'm reading some of the comments in here, like from Petra, that Sarah is on her first anniversary backpacking trip in the Hoh Rainforest with she and her husband. And so I'm running the show by myself. Normally Sarah does like more than half of all this, and we're a team usually that I like queue up the videos. So she does all the correspondence. So apologize that I didn't get all the emails out, but what we normally do is send emails to the broadcast studio so we can talk to the filmmakers and give people links to so we can, because it's a different link to put like the filmmaker up on the screen so we can talk to them. And so hey Elliot, well, I got you. Do you have a word?
Yeah. How about shape? Have we done shape?
Shape?
Yeah.
Like the shape I'm in?
Yeah. Good shape, bad shape, out of shape.
Like a circle or a square,
Yeah,
triangle.
triangle.
Okay, yeah, shape. That's a good one. I don't think we've done that one yet.
All right.
So Chris, did Chris get one? Well, I'm thinking about it. Because he was one of the filmmakers who is here. And so Tom Ballard, I did shoot you an email maybe a few minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. So check your email and it should give you a backdoor or a link to get into the film studio. And let's see, I'm going to rearrange. Okay, cool. So we got Kirk on deck, and thank you, Elliot.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, Kirk, you want to unmute yourself? Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
How's it going? I'm doing well. How
Pretty
about
good.
you?
Really good. Yeah, I downloaded your film.
Yeah, kind of down to the wire this time.
Yeah. So I'm hoping it works. It should. It's in the queue without pre-screening it. So anything you want to say about it or about life and filming in general?
Yeah. So I got a new PC that actually is capable of meets the minimum hardware requirements for DaVinci Resolve. And so this is actually my first film edited using DaVinci Resolve. Well, after the Franken film, which I also used a Resolve for.
Cool.
For whatever reason, the thing that came to mind when I heard open was an open shot, as in you're going to be taking a shot, firing a rifle, and the shot becomes open to you. And I didn't want to do a police hostage kind of situation because I didn't want to deal with the uniforms or anything like that. And so within those constraints, I came up with this story, which is something that, again, didn't require any special costumes or anything like that. Overall, had some technical difficulties. Basically, wasn't able to copy the files, the video files from my phone to my PC. And so had to copy them to my laptop, upload them to Google Drive, and then download them from Google Drive. And doing that, that 10 gigabytes worth of video content that I had filmed took forever. And so that was basically Saturday gone, and had to do all the editing today.
Wow.
So started editing at 12 o'clock today and finished at about 6 o'clock. And then rendered it and started uploading. So yeah, it was, and also my brother-in-law stars, as is often the case. And he was on a vacation, a road trip with my sister and his family. And so had to, filming was pushed out pretty late. And so the whole thing was, kind of last minute.
Cool. All right. Well, let's give it a shot. Give it I'm anxious to see what it is. So
sounds good.
Let me cue it up. Wow. So that was pretty intense.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of a cool concept to tell a fairly in-depth story like that of, you know, basically a man avenging the death of his wife, without any dialogue and largely in flashback. Basically the having that shift in kind of the morality of it, where at the end you start to wonder, you know, throughout the film, you know, you kind of I think start to feel for the guy and want vengeance as much as he does, and then at the end you've got the shift where you question whether that was the right call.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you know, it's I think vengeance or any kind of choice out of anger, or they're like fear-based, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like anyway, it seems like any choice decisions made from a platform of fear tend to maybe be ones that you might want to rethink, you know. But yeah, especially at the end when, you know, there was the I guess that was his daughter in the room.
Yeah, it's not specified, but implied
Yeah.
to be some relation of some, you know, description,
Yeah.
his daughter, or, you know, somebody
Some small
that
girl. Yeah.
cares about him.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, the storytelling was effective. It was interesting to not have any audible dialogue, and you know, one of the things about films that they say is like you should be, or at least some filmmakers have taught this, that you should, if you play your film without sound, you should be able to follow the story and know what's going on. And so yeah, you took that to heart, and
Well,
I mean,
glad you felt that
have
way.
you heard of that approach of like
Um,
reviewing a film without sound to try to follow it?
I have not heard that. I mean, I've seen the tactic used. I know that, for example, there are a number of instances you can look at in Hitchcock flicks where he will have extreme long shots and show you events taking place without any relevant audio, and yet you can completely follow what's going on.
Yeah. So
The
Yeah.
ringing sound that is that's used during the flashback sequences and also during, you know, after the gunshot is supposed to mimic tinnitus, the sound that you hear in your ears when you've heard an exceptionally loud sound like a gunshot,
Yeah.
or loud noises for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for there.
I've got that all the time.
Really? From what?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. I just hear, you know, if everything's quiet, I'll just hear a background ringing. And sometimes I've always thought it was just normal, but then I hear people talk about tension. You know, I think obviously it's more of a problem for some people. I've heard it can come on like suddenly, you know, just randomly for some people. But no, I thought it was effective. It sounded just like that tone. And
so what I did actually was I recorded feedback from my audio recorder. From my audio recorder, I plugged in a set of headphones, and then just held one of the headphones up to my microphone.
Okay.
And took that sound, and then put it through a low pass filter, and it seemed to work out pretty well.
It did. It sounded. I think it was effective. Yeah. So yeah, people seem to think that the sound was effective, and let's see. John says the long silences were a little confusing. I checked to see if my sound was on. Maybe a heartbeat to fill in the silence? Question mark. So that was a comment.
Yeah. So the long silences actually do have that same tinnitus sound to it. I just turned the volume down a fair bit because I didn't want it to be too obnoxious because they were relatively long. And that sound for too long can really start to hurt your ears.
So I kind of took it, in a way, for me, it kind of acted as kind of a blacking out, you know. Sometimes when you can't even like concentrate on what's really going on in your mind, right? What's in front of you. It's like this thing that's going on in your mind, and that's the only thing you can think of, you know, and it doesn't matter. It's just like you're kind of, tunnel vision in that one purpose. So that's kind of how it came off to me. So thank you. That was good work.
Thanks.
Do you have a word? Did I ask you? No, I haven't asked you.
Oh, a word.
A word for.
Yeah. So
I was gonna roll.
Elliot and I think, are on the same page because the word that I had in mind was fit, F-I-T, because that can mean a great many things.
Fit.
Yeah.
That's an entirely different word from shape.
Yeah.
But it could mean the same thing, actually.
It could mean the same thing, or it could mean something absolutely different.
Sweet. Okay, cool. So I was kind of noticing in the comment feed that Tom Ballard, his film is up, and he's in Thailand right now. So
cool.
Is that right? You're on your phone, Tom? Can you anyway, so it'd be cool to be able to pull him up from his phone in Thailand onto our feed, but he doesn't seem to be tension. Is that your word, Tom? Tension? Or is that what you're feeling right now? I'm feeling perfectly relaxed, but yeah, tension. All right, we'll put that on the list. So cool. Thank you, Kirk. And
by the way, I should mention that silence is a word we've already done.
Was that your first word?
No, my first word was color.
Color, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to scratch silence. Yeah, it's good to have you old timers in the house because I don't have that good of memory. I should have a list. I don't know why I don't have like a spreadsheet with all the words that we've ever done.
You'd forget it along with the ball.
Well, I could put it on Google Drive, so at least it'd be I could retrieve it. But I need to do that, obviously. So, okay, so I'll scratch silence. And what's the opposite of silence?
The opposite of silence.
Yeah.
Loud.
Loud.
Yeah, I don't remember doing loud.
Should we?
Pretty sure that we haven't done it.
I don't think we've done loud. So I thought of loud as, is there any other? Okay, that seems to be like, so should we just kind of replace silence with loud? That's the call. All right, cool. So cacophony, rancorous. Doesn't get. All right, so thank you. And I'm gonna play the next film, which is Tom's film from Thailand.
Sounds great. Thank
Thank you.
Father, I father. 40,000. I father. Mother. Sister. Sister. I family. I mother, father. Have baby. T. I want.
Yes, yeah, you big sister.
Yeah. Two. Two. T. T. Number T. I number one. Boy. Number two. T.
Big sister.
I big.
Yeah.
Very working. I number one.
Maybe
Sister.
sister.
Yeah. Okay. I baby. You don't see my baby. Far from my home. I said go now. Go back now.
Cool. So that was Tom. Tom likes to share when he shares film with Minute Movies. They tend to be travel logs, and so it's kind of cool. A little taste of what life is like. You know, obviously you're trying to communicate as best you can with those lovely women in their sharing a bit of their life, and so I see you in the chat here, Tom. But anything you wanted to say regarding your film? Huh. Seem to be on delay. I haven't seen my video yet. Really? Wow. Okay. So I guess you would be on delay halfway around the world. But anyway, we played your film. We saw it. People like it, and it's kind of a cool little slice of life at an outdoor scene. And so anyway, Tom, anything you want to say? So maybe we can like circle back around, and if people have some comments, then we can just keep the dialogue going in the chat section with regard to Tom's film. And in the meantime, we are up on the last film, which is our Franken film, which, oh, Tom, yeah, let's see. I did get, so anyway, Tom, I put your word down as tension. I'm assuming that's what you were talking about. So, Franken film. If people haven't been, if you don't know what it is, basically what it is Sarah, the host, my daughter, who's normally the host of this event, writes a script and people sign up for participation, and she will slice up the script into pieces and send those out to people who've signed up. And that's all that anybody sees. And so she gives like a little bit of direction, and people make a film based on that inspiration, and then she collects them all, puts them together, and calls it a Franken film. And this is our Franken film for this month of Open. And if you want to do one, I think we're going to do one. We're going to just keep doing them. So look out for the email or in meetup.com. You can sign up. So I'm going to mute myself.
I can't believe the time is here. I'm so excited.
Hold your horses. We're not ready yet.
I know there's still a lot to do before Monday, but we're finally making the dream come true. And I can't contain myself.
My goodness. That certainly is coming up fast. Do you have your to-do list?
Yep. I've tiled the back wall, painted the trim, put another layer of finish on the countertop. Now, I just need to wait for all of that to dry overnight.
In the meantime, I have the shelves ready to assemble first thing tomorrow morning. And the hats in the back room are ready to place in the shop space.
Remember when we were first dreaming about owning the shop?
We were so young and naive. Well, I, at least, had no idea what we were getting ourselves into.
I didn't either, but the real work is just beginning.
You're right. As part of all the product design and the production has been, we're just starting the process.
Yeah, hats for everyone. The Evergreen Haberdashery is open for business.
Come on, come all to the grand opening night.
Cool. That was a lot of fun. And quite an eclectic combination of I like the creativity that some of the people are coming up with, that like the swimming shark in the kitchen talking. That was pretty fun. And the scrolling film that was like, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So these are kind of a cool, fun montages that people are putting together. Pictures look like your body double. Cool. John says, when I was a kid, there was a show called Diver Dan. What they did on a shoestring budget was miraculous. Yeah. So if I can afford one. So yeah, let's see. So see, looking up some of the stuff that Sarah wanted me to say. I'm trying to remember. She's told me to mention Patreon, and that people who sign up for our Patreon, Minute Movies on Patreon account do offer some, little bit of money. We will have a few gifts, and let's see, I think Tom and Jeff actually are supporting us on Patreon, and so we will gonna send you guys out some gifts. I think shirt and or sticker. See what your preference is, and so you should email Sarah at minutemovies.com with your thoughts on that, and I guess we can shoot emails out at you too. So let's see. Yeah, and then next week we're gonna do the Zoom call hangout, where we just kind of some of us filmmakers get together and everybody gets on the big Hollywood square screen, and we can all chat about filmmaking ideas, concerns, thoughts, get together with each other to, collaborate on film projects and answer each other's questions. So, having said that, I'm going to do two things more before we end. One is I'm going to pick of the 5 words, or no, 6, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6 words that we've got. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to put numbers by them, and whatever number on the dice comes up, that's going to be the word for the coming month of October. And then I thought, it just occurred to me, some people came late, and as much as we're gonna put all these films in the playlist on YouTube, I thought maybe if people want to stick around, I'll select the word, and then if you want to stick around after that, I'll just play the whole film list all the way through again. So if you wanted to watch them again, or you didn't catch the first ones, we'll just show them all again, and you can hang out and watch them if you want. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do this. I'll just tilt this down. Got a little tray here with numbers and a dice. So here we go. 3. Oh, perfect. That's the one I wanted. Word is holographic. Cool. Yeah. Chris. Holographic. Did you guys get that? Am I coming through? Am I futuristic? Cool. All right. Sweet. Thank you guys so much. This is kind of winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, I got a cool hologram. I'm gonna have to do some. Yeah, it's gonna be. I already got experimental film in mind for holographic, and then maybe I'll write something, do something. But anyway, cool. Thank you very much for joining me here in this live event online, talking to my screen because I can't see any of you except I can see your comments on the side. So that's kind of cool. So cool deal. So here we go. I'm gonna sign off and then just play the list. So we'll have a good night and have a good Sunday, and hopefully we'll see some of you next Sunday, same time and on a different platform, and look for the links on Meetup, and Sarah will come back and hopefully shoot out an email. So have a good one. Bye.
Yes. I would like to report a murder. Open the door.
Now, try to find the subject. I made my point. Now it's time to close the subject.
A mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it's not open. Frank Zappa. We all carry baggage that gets in the way of an open mind. Often we are not even aware of its presence as it builds in us as we journey away from childhood. I know I have stumbled over my baggage, and it is so disconcerting when it happens. I try to incorporate lessons learned, set at least some off to the side of life's road so that I may go forward. There are those who celebrate and relish the pride and arrogance of their closed mind, no concern beyond their own ego and gratification. History has shown us time and again the consequences of this mindset. I'd like to close with this. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Albert Einstein. Hope you enjoyed our video today. Do hit the like button if you did. We invite you to become a subscriber. Ring the chime to get notified each and every time we post a new video. We add content often, and we appreciate it.
sister. I family.
Yeah.
I'm mother, father, have baby, T. I want.
Yes, yeah, you big sister.
Yeah. Two.
Ah,
Two. T. T. Number T. I number one. Boy. Number two. T.
big sister.
I big.
Yeah.
Very working. Very working. I number one.
Maybe
Sister.
sister.
Yeah. Okay. I baby. You don't see. I baby. Far from my home. I said go now. Go back now.
I can't believe the time is here. I'm so excited.
Hold your horses. We're not ready yet.
I know there's still a lot to do before Monday, but we're finally making the dream come true. And I can't contain myself.
My goodness. That certainly is coming up fast. Do you have your to-do list?
Yep. I've tiled the back wall, painted the trim, put another layer of finish on the countertop. Now I just need to wait for all of that to dry overnight.
In the meantime, I have the shelves ready to assemble first thing tomorrow morning. And the hats in the back room are ready to place in the shop space.
Remember when we were first dreaming about owning a shop?
We were so young and naive. Well, I, at least, had no idea what we were getting ourselves into.
I didn't either, but the real work is just beginning.
You're right. As part of all the product design and the production has been, we're just starting the process.
Yeah, hats for everyone. The Evergreen Haberdashery is open for business.
Come on, come all to the grand opening night.
Thank you, everybody. If you're still watching, appreciate it. And same time, next month, we're going to do the word for October is holographic. And that should be interesting. Have a good one. Bye.